Dream of the longest night to Egypt. If one cannot forget the past in the ageless land, one can rally upon it. It is a formidable enemy, a man with a long journey and desert passage at his back. When you are trying to hold him away from the oasis, a man will fight the harder for it, and to the spires of the kingdom, to his eyes when he finally sees past the mirage. The ensnared falcon tried to rise against a tether, wings beating futilely in shrill cries of protest. For what living thing born free can suffer to be caged? With keen far-sighted gaze, our albino falcon languishes in the confines of Pharaoh's cage, when its birthright of the skies beckon like its own shrill song and echo. Every fibre of its being yearns for the sunlit skies, but no man filled with the pangs of thirst for an oasis to take wing. Its folded pent wings restlessly embracing captivity, outgrown like a cocoon. Its shell cannot withhold metamorphosis, or nor withhold her form and change. Wings that cannot lift smite the cage, feathers fall like a sun god's tears to those below. The falcon who dares not voice counsel to liberate the untamed thing. He knows a truly free die in captivity. How much to ransom freedom? How much the price of honor? The price of blood, the sacrifice for defiance? When Eve has fallen and unbeareth vigil, he opens a cage like a forbidden box. He croons the raptor softly in his native tongue to calm it. It climbs the length of his arm crossways, and he bears the falcon on his forearm and severs the tether, like an umbilical cord with the gods and with the earthbound. Their bond is now with the gods in the skies. He strides among the sacred flames to the threshold of the throne room. Dreams deferred restively pushed back to the mind are the plaintive voice in the back seat of a long voyage, asking, aren't we there yet? It is the voice of the heart's craving, like the cries from the eyrie, calling out to its listener, urging the sore, far-seeing gaze in its search and not to return empty-handed. Dreams are not a reflection of who we are, but who our heart knows us to be, a mirror that doesn't lie. He saw himself then mirrored in the falcon's gaze, as of seeing himself for the first time, as if reflected in the moonlit oasis. The promise of the skies await in the self-awareness. The eyes of the falcon reflect a microcosm of the stars, till they shine of their own accord in their own fires, like beacon flames calling to a slain warrior's soul. The Alexandrian lighthouse beam, their allure seems as if lights guiding nomad and mariner homeward, as it concourse with moonbeams in the rise of the sun. Falcon and man look to the heights with the same kindred eyes, the gaze of visionary and far-seer. He releases the falcon like an offering to the skies, and to the gods bearing his heart aloft, a contented sigh for nomad from an oasis. Go then, seek the stars, he bade. Its shrill cry like a battle cry, wings embracing the heights like lost friends reunited, hope like fledglings yet unborn, in Ares cry out a reply. In timeless duet, once Pharaoh's prized falcon now free, he closed his eyes, saving the resonance of its cry, like a heraldry rallying the heart for battles to come. Just as the falcon does not waver long, tensing upon the precipice, before it steps forth to the void of the soar, his counterpoint did not hesitate on his behalf. As a sword from aerial perspective beheld almost comically the Pharaoh's face, growing diminutized as it rose free, its captor reduced like pyramids and royal statues to merely the size of chess pieces on the board to a god's perspective, it seemed. Huntsmen's arrows do not find their mark, they rise after it, trying to fell it in mid-flight, but then fall back as it soars higher to the zenith. A crown of gold no more makes a true lord of Egypt than the cage trillion makes the free. Dreams deferred reach at last, the falcon mirrored by the Nile, gliding as effortless as a corsair vessel over places seas into the red sunset's immolation. Wind beneath its wings is silhouetted against the sun, like emblazonment against a shield of flame. Like a cowering prey in the shadow of the hovering raptor, the pharaoh looks up, eyes blinded by the sun. The falcon shrills, graveling its flight in element. It breaks from its circle and seeks the greater heights. His liberator watches its silhouette fade like a castaway, looking at his ship's wake and diminishing sail on the horizon, then turns them to their armed approach. Blood drawn by talons in the forearm betrays, and blood doesn't lie, it's been said. His eyes dare the blade. It is nothing, for my heart has known freedom, and what it is to truly fly. He stands as tall before them as a pharaoh, the final heresy, blades are drawn. He hears the falcon's distant cry traveling off, with the cry of the bereaved land itself, and closes his eyes. One of the guardsmen prevented offerings to a traitor's grave to free his soul to the gods. They saw only moonbeams falling as the falcon god visited his lone sarcophagus, their chrysalis, and bade him shed the cage, for the stars await the free. As you freed me, friend, so I free you, and no cage becomes between us again. From eternal flame of the desert stars, the falcon cries out to its own, the ghost side of its wings whispering the stars, as they caress the sky and the side of the ageless beckons.
Great, good job.
Thank you, Greg. Let's